Have you considered the security aspect of websites and other computer systems? Imagine you have spent the past few hours working on coding a login page on a website. The last piece of code in the website is the functionality to log in. However, you feel overworked and decided to use artificial intelligence to program this part for you.
Later, let's say 3 months go by, after the website's published, someone hacks into the website and steals whatever data they can find. This is where cybersecurity comes into play.
Cybersecurity is a specialized field of computer science that focuses on networks and systems. The field is very critical as it affects us globally. Samtani et al. Found that malicious cyber hacks cost the global economy approximately $445 billion per year. What do these professionals do exactly, you may ask? Cybersecurity specialists often pen test websites or other systems to find vulnerabilities and protect companies' data. They could also be hired by companies like Google or Amazon to find hacks or ways into their system. However, these specialists need to sift through hundreds of lines of code or possibly thousands of data points to try and find and prevent a hacker from getting into the system. Artificial intelligence can assist cybersecurity professionals with its ability to parse much larger amounts of data in a fraction of the time a human can. Most of us think about artificial intelligence as ChatGPT, and we aren't wrong in that aspect. ChatGPT is a large language model built for generative text and responding to human-like interactions. Artificial intelligence, however, can be used for harm. As the cyber field is global, there are many hackers and other groups who may not be fluent in English or other languages. Hackers can use ChatGPT or other similar AIs to help create compelling messages designed for social engineering. Social engineering is the most used hacking technique as it targets the individual to making a mistake for allowing a hacker to gain access to something like a password. Data shows that 54% of ransomware attacks are caused by social engineering.
Now, let's take a step back and explain what some of this new vocabulary I'm using is. There are many technical terms within the field of computer science, so let's teach you them. First, what is a hacker? A hacker may be different from what you imagine. You probably think it's someone who lives by their computer trying to gain access to a website or another system. However, a hacker is simply someone who uses various techniques to gain access to something they would not normally have access to. You can imagine this trying to enter a building without a valid keycard, for example, my Mason ID. There are many types of these techniques, like social engineering, where you use another person to mess up to get access to a password or something similar. Social engineering is mostly used within phishing messages. For example, let's say you received an email from administrator111@gmail.com versus administrator11@gmail.com. You may believe they are the same emails if you're looking at it pretty fast and just trying to get your work done. However, if you take a closer inspection at the email and who it's from, you may realize a keen difference.
Next, malware is any malicious software or program designed to steal data or damage your computer system. Ransomware is a type of computer exploit that encrypts the data on your computer and tries to get money in return for decrypting that same data.
Hackers can use artificial intelligence to help them create malware, phishing messages, or guide them to finding vulnerabilities. WormGPT and FraudGPT are the AIs hackers use today. For my example, I will be using WormGPT.
Here, you see an example from WormGPT being used to create a phishing email. The user asks the artificial intelligence to write a convincing email that could be used and sent to an account manager, which instructs them to urgently pay an invoice. The artificial intelligence, WormGPT in this case, responds with a full template of how that email should look and sound.
As hackers are learning to advance artificial intelligence for their gain, cybersecurity professionals are doing the same. Let's learn about how artificial intelligence can be applied to cybersecurity and how we can use it.
Professionals can create specialized AIs built for maintaining code bases and finding vulnerabilities. Having models built to assist experts can help them save days of time working to find exploits in their code. Wrapping up, I just want everyone to be aware of the benefits artificial has, but also know the consequences of using it. We need to be aware of using AI in jobs with a high need for security.